Just let me say real fast, great intro, love the Army colors.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to what we now known as the Saturday Live Show. Nice to see everyone in the chat today. We got a lot of people coming in today. Excited to be back at this time. You know, I was thinking the one person that's probably most excited for me being back at this time is Day State Fox. So I wanted to say hello to Day State Fox. Good to see you back in the chat at a normal time for you. It's about 3 p.m., I think, there in the UK. So nice to see you back, man. Really, really nice. I wanted to say thank you to all the moderators that are showing up today. And Brock, congratulations on your promotion to moderator. You might notice you have a wrench there in your hand, so feel free to use that at your leisure. Really appreciate all the guys that come in and help keep the chat clean and keep everything going. And I appreciate your sounding board before the shows. I will let you know that I have a bit of a new setup going on today. So over the last week, made some improvements on some of the equipment. Got a new camera and got a larger monitor. And one thing I'm kind of struggling with is the monitor is a little bit above the screen. So when I'm looking at the screen, I'm actually not looking at you guys. So I got to try to look at the camera a little more. That's going to be a learning curve for me. So please bear with me. I'm going to try to look at the camera a little more and less at the screen. And I will tell you, it's interesting with the larger screen that I have here now, all the chat comments are off to the right, which is right in the line of my microphone. So I'm thinking maybe next week, I think the mic might be on the other side, just because when I was putting this all together, of course, 30 minutes before, I realized, man, if I could have like the messages on this side or the mic on that side, that would be great. So these little things, when you get new setups going, these kind of things get in the way. Wanted to let you know that today's guest is that BRIT Abroad. Ryan will be joining us. So new channel. We're going to be talking to him about how he started, thinking about starting out his channel, why he did it. When I talked to him earlier, he was telling me like, this is something I've wanted to do for a while. So we're going to talk to him, why start a YouTube channel? Why do it now? And he's got a lot of great videos. He's just starting out. So, this channel has a great track record of getting individuals over 1,000 subscribers. I think he's sitting right around 260 right now. We're going to try to get him up above 1,000. So if you haven't checked out his channel, I'm sure the moderators will be putting in a link to his channel, and looking forward to having him on. Great conversation, some great videos on that channel. But first things first, I wanted to go to Pattaya and say hello to a couple of my friends there in Pattaya, Thailand.
Good morning, Richard.
Hey, Richard. Good morning, man.
Good morning.
It's always nice to see Carl from Carl's Thailand, Brian Flowers from Brian Flowers YouTube channel, and that's, of course, Lucas from Rides for Kicks. We're going to be profiling Rides for Kicks in the Vlogger News a little bit later. Great video from Lucas this week. So really, really enjoyed that. We're going to talk through it. It's kind of almost like a sequel to a video that he did earlier in the year, and we'll talk through what that looks like. Before we get too far along, though, got the usual housekeeping we got to get to. The Richard Travel Live Show is copyright protected against use by any third parties unless approval is provided by the Richard Travel channel. And I actually provided one person with approval to use some of my audio this week, and we're going to talk through that a little bit later. But just so you know, you don't want to be using my material without my approval, because I live here in San Francisco. I'd hate to have to fly you all the way out to San Francisco to, litigate a copyright claim. So it's a long flight if you're over in Thailand. So let's talk about the exchange rate. Thai baht exchange rates actually dipped down a little bit this week for all the currencies. The USD, British pound, and the Aussie dollar down just a little bit, but still holding strong. I feel like we're going to see a little bit of that kind of going through, but I think the big thing is the USD is over 33, and I think that's always nice. Now, let me zip it a little bit, and let me go to the live chat and welcome everyone in, because I see one individual is probably pretty happy with the new time, is Nikki Dunn. Nikki Dunn is saying hello to James Chocolate Man in Thailand. And I know Nikki, she was such a trooper. She was actually staying up until 3 o'clock in the morning for the previous time that I had when I was doing it Friday nights. And I'll let you know, so why the change back, right? So, a lot of people are saying, hey, the numbers, we're kind of dipped down a little bit. We lost an audience. We're trying to build a new audience. For me, it kind of came down to more of a personal reason. I didn't have the bandwidth to do the show on Friday nights after work. So my Friday nights were usually pretty open. I'd kind of finish my workday at 4 or 5 p.m., but I have new responsibilities at my work now, and it's sort of requiring more time on Friday. So I had to go back to the Saturday mornings, which, for me means a 4 a.m. wake up call. So don't think that I just kind of set the alarm at 6:30 and come out here and do the live show at 7. It's a 4 a.m. wake up call for me. So it's pretty early, but it allows me to really partition my work week so that I can do all my things during the week. And then, after the work day is done on Friday, I can really start to focus on Saturday. And I was up pretty late last night, kind of putting things together, but then woke up early this morning, and now it's like a new day, no work stress. It's just all about the show. So that's kind of the reason why back to Saturday. I know that James and some other people from Thailand were saying, go back to the Saturday time and this kind of thing we look forward to. So I'm back. So it's for a different reason, but I'm happy to be back. Thai Girl Gift and Foreigner Joe saying hello, Richard and everyone. Finally caught one of your live streams again. Yeah, I think this is a little late for Joe too. I think it's 9 p.m., probably his time. But the cool thing about this is the time schedule in the U.S. We're going through time change just tomorrow. So we're sending the clocks back 1 hour. So this will actually be a little bit earlier Thailand time, about 8 p.m. Next week. And I believe in the UK, it'll be about 2 p.m. in the UK. So a little bit earlier probably works well for a lot of people. One person doesn't work out too well for is Brock, who's joining us from another part of the world. And it's a little bit late for him. So I know his favorite was the older time where we're doing Friday nights because I was just right in the afternoon for him. But thanks, Foreigner Joe and Thai Girl Gift, for showing up today. I appreciate that. Got you there. And let's see, we got Robert Mack in Asia. If I can control my mouse here, I can post another comment. New equipment, everything's acting crazy, getting the bugs worked out today. And so Robert Mack in Asia, good to see you, man. Good to see you in there. Got David from Wales in here. Nice to see you as well. Jake McShane, there you go. Got Jake McShane back there. Brock saying hello with this new moderator wrench in there. We got Dave from Got to Love Thailand. So news alert on Got to Love Thailand. So get this. This guy just crossed over 900 subscribers. That's a big deal. We're getting closer to the 1,000, the magic 1,000. So I just wanted to call attention to Gotta Love Thailand at 907 subscribers as of this morning. The great thing about his channel, we're trying to get him over the 1,000, right? So 1,000 subscribers is when you can monetize your channel. And, Dave's not doing it for the money. But I'll tell you one thing, what's nice about when you get to monetization level is YouTube starts to recommend your videos and channel to a greater audience. So you get more people. So he does a lot of live streams and would just mean more people kind of coming to his live stream. So I would say, consider going and checking out his channel. We had him on running through the Vlogger News, I think it was a week ago, and that was a lot of fun. So the good thing about Dave's channel is most YouTube creators can get the subscribers, can get to 1,000, but they really struggle with the watch hours. And that's 4,000 watch hours. Remember, when I was just starting out, I thought, you got to be kidding me, YouTube. 4,000 watch hours? Call me back in 2 years. I'm never going to get that. That's so nuts. And then other YouTube creators started telling me, you got to do live streaming to get the hours up. Your 5-minute videos are not going to get you the watch time. So I started doing live streams, and that got me over the 4,000. But the good news, getting back to Dave, is he's been doing live streaming for a while. He's well over 4,000 watch hours. He just needs that extra, 90 subs to get there. So please check out the channel. He's doing a great home build there in Surin. We're going to profile that video later in the Vlogger News, but just want to kind of give a hats off to Dave. He's doing a great job over there. And I know he's very excited because he was sort of stuck at a level for a long time. And all of us that have a YouTube channel know that there's usually, when you're starting out, you get stuck at that one level where you sit and just say, am I ever going to get another subscriber? So he kind of got past that, and now it looks like he's really starting to get some momentum. So nice to see that from Dave. So congratulations, Dave, on getting closer and closer to that. Let me go back up here to see who were the early birds coming into the chat. And let's see, we got ET in there saying, nowadays you don't have a DJ, play that record and scratch it. Nice to see you in there, man. Bacon and Eggs is in the chat. Love that screen name. That's awesome. And let's see, you got Mr. Mitch in the house. So can't make it tonight. He's conflicted. Mr. Mitch is actually currently in Thailand, living the dream. So we can forgive him for missing a live stream or two. he's a moderator on several channels. So thanks for kind of popping in and saying hello. And he's actually saying hello to Richard's mom, which is great too. I know that she always appreciates that when we watch that back later. So anyone that wants to get on my good side, just say hello to Richard's mom. And she will definitely appreciate that. Great. And scroll down here a little bit further. Make sure I'm getting all the columns. There we got Day State Fox in there. That's great to see him in there. And I would love to see, as we're kind of going through the chat messages, hello, Bill. Nice to see you there. As we're going through the chat messages, we'd love to see in the chat when you're thinking about booking your next trip to Thailand. A lot of people are thinking December, things are really going to open up. So are you one of those people that are thinking, hey, I may go during the holiday break? I've been thinking a little bit about that. Hey, maybe around Christmas, go over there and check things out. Or do you think you're going to wait until January, February to maybe check it out? And I think a lot of people I'm hearing from, they're telling me they're going to take a wait and see approach. So essentially, see when things open up in December, January, February, take a look at how things are working out, and then maybe come out later in the year. So, I know a lot of people are concerned about all the extra paperwork that's required to come out. That's definitely top of my mind. James Chocolate Man in Thailand, he's so good in his videos. He makes it look so simple, and I'm sure it is. So I'm not going to give him a hard time for that. But I just feel like I want to get back to Thailand when there's not all that stuff to fill out. When I can just kind of come in on the plane, fill out my declaration, and I'm into the land of smiles. Like, I miss those days. I don't want to have to sit in one of those chairs where they go through my medical insurance and, my testing and get another test. So I don't know. I guess that may be here forever. Who knows? I think there probably will be some additional requirements. Like, I think it's the 500 baht or 100 baht fee you have to pay, the tourism fee. That's probably here to stay. The Philippines have that as well. Not a big fan of that, mainly because you usually have to carry currency on you. And, if you get rid of all your currency on your way out, it's sort of tough to get currency to pay for that. So just like one of my pet peeves. But I think some of that stuff is probably here to stay. So it's just a matter of what you all can live with to get back to Thailand, what you're willing to put up with. So yeah, that would be great. Let's see here. So I'm running a little bit late. I'm talking too much. I wanted to see, we're probably going to be bringing in That Brit Abroad here shortly. Let me queue up some stuff here, and let me just make sure that Brit Abroad is ready to come on. I don't see him quite yet. I think his camera is, there we go. We got him on. Let me queue up my banner for him, and let me bring on Ryan from That Brit Abroad. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the Saturday Live Show, man. Sounds good.
Great to be here, mate.
In the chat.
Perfect. Headset on.
All right. Ryan, I'm so pumped to have you on today because I've been reviewing all your videos. I just love YouTube creators that get after it. Like you're doing like these consistent videos, one after the other, high energy. I love it. Showing us all the great sites in Phuket, which is an area I haven't spent a lot of time in, Ryan. I've been there just a couple times for a couple days. Wasn't a big fan because, of course, there are a lot of tourists. But I want to just say, man, hats off to you for all your awesome content there.
Thank you very much. No, it's good. I mean, like I say, I've been wanting to do a channel for a long time, and obviously now I'm in the perfect sort of position to be here to finally take action and actually do it. I mean, like I say, I feel like quite a lot of people are in the same position. They say, oh, well, I'd love to start a channel, especially if you're watching them daily, because I'd rather watch people like doing their daily stuff and seeing things rather than like TV, because you know what TV is like. I think it's garbage. I haven't watched TV probably in a long time. And I like to watch, like some of the people I watch are not even in Thailand, other countries, Mexico, all these type of things, but it's real life. I feel like people don't sort of take action to do it. And I just got to the point where I was just like, I've been saying it for a long time. I was telling your friends, oh, I'm going to start one day. 2 years later, you're still saying the same thing. Like, okay. And I just thought, while I'm here this time, I'm going to take action on it and actually do it. So
let me ask you this, Ryan. So do you have like your YouTube? Do you have like a separate application open on YouTube? You have StreamYard, and then do you have YouTube as well off to the side, or no, just the StreamYard app?
No, just
I think you might be having a little bit of an echo coming through.
Okay.
So let me just see if you
No, I don't have YouTube open. Just
Okay,
purely
cool.
stream.
Everything else. All right. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, I'll try to troubleshoot on my end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the cam mic setting. I'm just going to equalize everything, automatically adjust the mic volume, see if that helps out. And I thought what might be a good idea, Ryan, is maybe take a pause, take a step back. And I'd love for you to tell everyone in the live chat, like, so where you're from and what your YouTube channel is about, because a lot of people are kind of just hearing about your channel for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, it's a very new channel. You can look on there, and there's a couple of videos, and but it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And so yeah, obviously I've been obviously from the UK, obviously hence the name that BRIT Abroad. I just thought I was trying to think of names when it comes to that, and I was just like, right, I'm obviously a Brit. What can I sort of? And then I said it. I wrote it down and said it. I was like, this sounds quite catchy. It's what I am. I mean, I'm a Brit living abroad, so it was perfect. But yeah, like I say, it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and basically before obviously the whole YouTube and living in Thailand, I was in the military. I was in the military for 6 years, and it's not so. I was away from social media. I didn't know YouTube, Facebook, anything like that. I just literally just wasn't me at all. And obviously I left the military 3 years ago now.
Nice.
So once I left the military, so basically I left the military 3 years ago, and then previous that I had a partner in Thailand. I'd been come to Thailand for a couple of years, you see. Basically, I'd get my 2 or 3 weeks holidays, then I'd just come to Thailand, then 3 or 4 months later, I'd come again. Then I got to the point where I wanted to leave the military after it's probably more so speaking to people over here. You speak to people, oh, what are you doing? I'm working online. And I was like, oh, you can work online. I mean, I was just fixed on the military. You're there, you have to be in that position. And speaking to more people, meeting people around, because you meet so many people here.
Yeah,
and so
I think that story resonates a lot for people.
Yeah.
I feel like they come to Thailand the first couple of times, they fall in love with it, and then they want to come back, and they start thinking about retiring in Thailand. I want to say hello to Life After Kids with Key Williams. She was on just last week. She's going to be joining us probably next week to run through Vlogger News. So great YouTube channel there in her own right. So thanks for popping in there. Key, appreciate that. Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, Ryan, so most of your vlogs are in Phuket. Why did you choose Phuket, or is that not your final destination? Do you want to go other places?
No, this is basically a bit of a backstory. I was basically, once I left the military, I actually moved to Bangkok. So I lived in Bangkok. I had an education visa. I'd done 1 year studying Thai language when I was with someone else. So studying the language, and just sort of, for me, it was a bit more of a gap year as such. After being in the military, strict lifestyle routines, all that type of stuff, I wanted like a full year out, and I was studying the language, and it was 6 hours a week, and the rest of the time I can go and do my own thing, basically. So that happened. Went back to UK for a little bit to work. Then things happened in the relationship, and I moved to. Basically, I had 4 weeks left on my as a tourist visa. It was second visa I had, and then so I had 4 weeks left. I was like, right, I'll just spend 4 weeks in Phuket, because I've been here before. I've been to other places, but it was the only place that I really knew that I could sort of navigate around and areas to stay. So I spent 4 weeks here, and from there I ended up going to Philippines. And the job that I was doing, an online job, and I don't know if any of the viewers have been to the Philippines.
I got a question for you there. So I wanted to say, Brock is saying he's just finished all your videos today. So Brock's a big fan of yours, Ryan. So that's awesome. Has the name wrong, that's okay. But yeah, so I've been to the Philippines. I can kind of take it or leave it. I mean, I found it to be quite different from Thailand. But how did you like it? Did you like the Philippines?
Yeah, I really liked it. And I obviously, this will probably go on to a bit of a later on in the interview type of thing, and it's a place that I'm going to go back to. But basically, I went there coming from Phuket, first ever time going to the Philippines, and I stayed in Angeles City, and I went to Palawan. So it's the first ever time being there. And beautiful
island there, Palawan.
Yeah. I loved it. It wasn't the best time that I went. It was the rainy season, and if you're in them sort of islands, the roads aren't the best, and you know what I mean? But for me, the main thing that I struggled with was the Wi-Fi and the internet. I was working online on my laptop, and it was probably the worst place I've ever been to in my life for signal and Wi-Fi. And previous to that, in my military career, I've stayed in the middle of the desert with Wi-Fi in the middle of the desert, and it worked better than it was in the Philippines. So I really struggled. So I stayed there for a month and come back to Phuket. And
I feel like I've heard that a lot, Ryan. Like I feel like people like that. First of all, that is important. Like having a good internet signal is important. And I feel like that's how you need to kind of pick your country if you do want to retire or work in a country. Is like, what's the Wi-Fi like? I'll tell you real quick. So Robert Mack in Asia saying, Richard's mom, hello, wishing you a great day. See, he knows what time it is. Always got to wish Richard's mom a happy day. She loves that kind of stuff. She loves it even more when I profile the comment. Sometimes I miss these, Ryan, and I look at it. I should have profiled that one for mom. Yeah, but it's interesting because one of the things I want to tell you was, so James, Chocolate Man in Thailand, just found a condo for himself in Pattaya, and the first thing he's doing, he's putting in fiber. So he's going like higher end internet. Is that something you've thought about doing in Phuket? Kind of getting an increased internet?
To be fair, the internet here for me is I've never really had any issues at all. To be fair, I think the internet here is really spot on. Is exactly the same as I would get it in the UK. I think the internet's really good down here. Even in cafes, coffee shops, because say, obviously I'm down here studying a bit of Thai, and then I'm obviously doing my online work type of thing. So I like to go out to places and visit places, and rather than just sort of sitting in the room, do my work. I like to go different, varied parts of the island because especially in Phuket, there's so many coffee shops. It's unbelievable. So I like to go to different ones each time. I think, okay, I want to go to a bit of a beach one today. I'll go to that area. I want to go to a bit of the mountain areas. I'll go to this one, and it's good because you can go to various.
Yeah, I feel like it's the perfect time to be in Phuket. Hello to Brian Flowers. You're late, but not much. You're not very late. You're getting all the good stuff. And hello to Baldy Brian in Thailand. Appreciate that. We're trying to get Baldy Brian on the show in a couple weeks. We're just kind of working through calendars on that. So nice to see that. So I will tell you, I feel like now is probably the perfect time to be in Phuket because there's not a lot of tourists. The beaches are pristine clean. The water's clear. Are you concerned now if you continue to stay there when the tourists start to come back, that may be the time that you want to then move to other areas of the country?
Well, I have been planning sort of things to do, and obviously the visa that I'm on a student visa, so I'm studying, and obviously the school is in Patong in Phuket. But I'm actually doing online classes, so if anyone's interested in sort of coming here and stuff, and they want to sort of study, but they do want to travel, there is options where you can do it online, which is great because you don't have to be stuck in a classroom. You have to obviously renew the visa in Phuket, but I mean, every 3 months you can just sort of travel around places, which is good. I mean, they say before when I was studying, it was the school was in Bangkok, and you had to obviously stay there because you had to attend the classes, which is obviously it's good. Obviously, with the whole situation that's going on, they've obviously adjusted things and trying to do it online, so obviously people aren't together.
Makes sense. Hello to Carl's Thailand. Nice to see you in here. And Gator Jake made it in at the new time. I'm sure he's stoked about that. Let me do this. I just wanted to show people your channel here if I can. Brian, I'm just going to kind of bring this up on a screen share so everyone's kind of familiar with it. And let's share this. This is your channel. So just starting out, but I thought like you did a great job with the videos. Like you're a student of the thumbnails, it looks like as well, huh? You put a lot of time and effort into thumbnails.
Yeah, I'm trying to sort of play about with a few things and sort of and make them stand out, basically.
Yeah. Now, how are you doing your editing? Are you doing it like on a computer? What kind of software?
I'm probably the most basic YouTuber ever. I'm actually doing everything on my phone. I've never once transferred a video to my laptop. I do it all on my phone. Well, probably the one thing I do, the thumbnail, I do on Canva, which is obviously I do it on the laptop. I can do it on my phone, but it just makes it so much easier to do it on my laptop. But the whole editing and stuff is very basic, but I just do it all on my phone. So it's very easy, just literally on the phone.
Yeah, there's no shame in that. For people, that's how most YouTube creators start. They start on their phone with iMovie. It's a free program, and you kind of get the sense for like how things flow, how they're edited. I would say like that's how everyone should start out.
Yeah.
Like, start out doing that until you feel like you're limited. Then you got to go to the desktop.
Yeah, well, that's something I use InShot, so it's like an easy application to use. And obviously, I use a GoPro, so I literally export from the GoPro straight to obviously the phone, and then upload them all to InShot, and they're all on there. Then and I can just go through, crop them, add little bits, music and stuff. And it's very basic, but I'm trying to learn. I'm watching other YouTubers and sort of seeing how they're doing it. And like I say, you can see some of the older videos, and I think now personally, I think they're getting better. Than same with everyone else. If they start, it takes time to sort of to learn about it. Say for me, the whole online YouTube, anything like that is something I've never done before ever.
Yeah, well, you're doing a great job. I love your videos. I love the music that you choose as well. Like it's great music. There's great videos. I think that it'll definitely take off because Phuket's a hot area. So people want to see what it's like kind of touring around there. And I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think at the moment, especially with Thailand, I think Phuket is the main place. If I was wherever, UK, America, or anything, and I want to come to Thailand, if you come on a holiday for a month or two, I would personally come to Phuket at the moment because that's where everything's going on. Obviously, later on down the line, everywhere else will start opening. But at this moment in time, I think Phuket is definitely the best place to be. Things opening wise.
Like one of your recent videos, I'm going to click on this here because I feel like you did a great job with this Banana Beach video. There's definitely some cool stuff going on here.
Yeah, that was the first ever time that I'd been to that beach as well. It was very, very quiet. It was really, really, really nice beach and say it's a little bit away from where most tourists would know, to be honest.
So here we are on Banana Beach.
It's a little bit up to the north of the island.
Yeah, I found it's great because it looks like it's untouched, right? There's not a lot of people there.
There was literally a tent in a little shack where you can buy. It looks like a fridge and a few beers and stuff.
That's great. Good music.
So yeah, Kim darted off because she.
I love it. It's such a great video, man. I love that one because you're really out in it, just like enjoying the beach. There's not a lot of people there. That's awesome. Yeah,
that's it. Well, like obviously that area is like really. I'm going to try and go there again and do some videos because obviously you got the beach area. Then there are other areas around there, like little villages and towns as such, but they're like. If you, I'm thinking about going there with the camera, and because there's little stalls and stuff, and I think you wouldn't see any tourists there. And I was thinking about it the other day when I was driving back. I was like, this would be a really good place to have a look because I think people would be like, no, we never really seen the tourists here, say having a coffee or having a beer. Because that little stalls, they're like little Thai little bar with people drinking. I was like, that'd be a great place to see and really sort of show the non-tourist areas. And that's what eventually I want to do with the channel. I want to go to places where people away from the tourists and sort of really show different areas of it. And that's the sort of.
I feel like that's what people want to see, right? That's what they want to see, like the less traveled path. So Brian Flowers says you can watch his videos if you want to learn how not to do video editing. I think he's so hard on himself. I think he does a great job. He does more live streams, topical conversation stuff, but great channel there. And Life After Kids with Key Williams says I could never do all that on my phone. Old lady eyes. She says, yeah, so you have better eyes because that was one of the things. Like I
haven't got my contacts in at the moment, so when I have been doing it for an hour or two, my eyes do hurt.
Yeah, and Chocolate Man in Thailand was saying all on the phone. Impressive. Keep at it. Yeah, I think you'll get to the desktop when you want to get to the desktop. Honestly,
definitely. Yeah, like I say, eventually I will go on there. At the moment for me, it's just like it's perfect because I turn the GoPro on and I can turn the phone on and it all goes over and within seconds. I'm like I like to be on the phone, so it's very easy. But like I said, eventually I will. It's good to be honest.
I was just going to say some of the fun things of the being on the phone is you can be on the couch lounging back.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, totally comfortable. With the desktop, you got to be on a chair and stuff. It's like pain.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's just so easy to do on your phone, but it is. I think it would be better to do it on a screen. You can sit down at a chair, comfy, and you can properly get stuck into it. So I do feel like eventually I will sort of have a look at what other people are using and editing and stuff, and sort of go from there. Because it is. I think it will be better to be on a proper laptop, a big screen you can sort of see. Because on the phone it's quite hard when you're trying to scroll things and you miss it. You're like, oh my god, I can't get it. You know, it's like.
Yeah. I would say just don't let anyone rush you off of the phone, because I was doing my first couple videos on the phone secretly. I wouldn't tell anyone I was using the phone because I was a little embarrassed, But now I look back on that time, I'm like, that was my favorite time editing.
Yeah.
It's just so personal, it's comfortable.
Yeah, that's it. It's a learning process, and you just you do what you do, and you just you progress from there. You progress from the phone, and I think it's just a part and parcel of it, and I enjoy that. And like I say, eventually I will do it on my laptop. But at the moment, I'm enjoying doing the videos. I'm enjoying it. It's good.
Yeah, the videos are great. Just want to say hello to Capio in the chat. Appreciate that. I think it's probably a little better time for Capio, although I will tell you, I've seen Capio on his live streams up a little late at night. And I was always thinking he was complaining about my time being too late at night or 3 o'clock in the morning for him. He was like up doing live streams around 1 or 2 in the morning. I saw him on Capio Live. So that guy, he stays up late too. But yeah, good to be back at the nice time here. Gator Jake saying hello to Richard's mom. Oh, she's going to like that. She's getting to be a very popular character on the show. So that's good. And Baldy Brian says you need a high-end computer to do 4K vids on a desktop, which is probably why, I mean, if are you importing 4K from GoPro onto your phone? Or are you just doing like, okay. Yeah. So that's why
it goes straight from the GoPro, to the, but initially when I did it, I had a bit of a problem because I'm very new to the whole. I was just using my phone for the first couple. The first couple that I did, I've actually hid them now. But eventually, once I start getting a channel going, I will sort of, hey, did you see my first ever video? And it's just like, that's what I'm looking forward to when the channel grows. And I will release them ones that I did, but no one can see them at the moment. But yeah, I had a bit of issues sort of when I got the GoPro trying to transfer it to the phone and stuff. And but yeah, I was looking forward to doing that. Say when the channel grows, to show them ones when people can look and be like, I can see, even just from a short period of time, I can see a big improvement in myself from the very first ones to now, and obviously I'm at the very early stages of it, so it's good.
Yeah, I think what you'll find, I've done this as well. If I go back to my first live shows, I don't like watching them, but I keep them up there because I can see the difference, And I feel like maybe in 5 years, I'll look back and kind of laugh more. Now I have to kind of cover my eyes, like, what was I thinking? But you're figuring it out. I think like everyone needs to know, like, if you want to start a YouTube channel, you should just do it and you'll figure it out. A lot of people, Ryan, will wait until it's perfect, right? I could have waited to do a live show until I got the microphone and this and that, but it was better just to start and get used to talking to a blank screen.
Yeah.
Which is what
that's definitely it. I think people sort of think, like, I'm just doing the videos, I need this microphone, I need this, but they haven't even started yet. Just literally go out there with the phone and do it. And just, I was the same. I mean, I think I need this GoPro, I need this camera, and I just thought I'll get the phone and just try it and just sort of work into it. I'd say very, very early stages.
And I feel like
YouTube, but I'm enjoying making the videos and showing people, especially with obviously people can't come over here. Well, they can, but I mean it's strict, and people aren't willing to sort of come over yet, and people are going to wait. So it's good to sort of be able to show people of what it's like right now. Because I think in a year's time, 2 years time, it won't be like this. I mean, that beach down there, we went to the Banana Beach. It won't be like that, I don't think, in a year's time. So it's good to see these things now.
100%. Yeah. And I would say one thing I see, like in your videos, is just the creativity is there. Like you have it. That's something you can't learn. You can't be taught how to be creative. That's like in your head or not. And I saw that like with the pans and the zooms, like you have an eye for that. And I find sometimes YouTube creators can get too caught up in the technical stuff. Like you were saying, I have this camera, this gimbal, I got this editing software, this computer, and then you sort of lose the creativity. It's better if you can just pick up your phone and film.
And half the time you never even get to start. You never even do it because you're thinking about too many things about this microphone and everything. But like, well, I've been thinking about all these things, but I've actually never even started.
Yeah. I got a question from Gator Jake, and feel free now, Ryan. This is kind of a little personal question. So if you don't want to answer this, you don't have to. It's just kind of asking what type of work do you do online? So up to you.
Online work, online fitness coaching. So previous to before I left the Marines, left the military, and then I've become a personal trainer. Obviously, part of the job being in the military training, so it's a thing that I liked. And then now, obviously, I do online fitness coaching. So like I worked in the gym and moved it online because I wanted to come over here and live in Thailand.
Question for you on the fitness front. Is it possible for an old guy like me to lose 30 pounds without having to run? Running used to be my way of losing weight, Ryan. Now I can't run anymore. Yeah, well, I can do it.
Definitely.
It's all sitting in the stomach,
We'll have a little private chat. we'll have a chat, and I can sort of point you in the right direction.
Yeah, I got some bad food habits, Ryan. I have the high stress work during the week, and I tend to gravitate towards foods that are easy to get and
eat. That's it, and that's pretty much most of the people. It's just I'm busy, I'm working, and you stop at these places, and that's how it happens over 5, 10 years, 20 years later. They're like, oh, it's the work, but that's never going to change. So it's little things that you can put into place that can help these sort of things.
Yeah, it's interesting. So, and that's why I feel like YouTube can actually kind of help you. People say, oh, if you watch YouTube all day, you're just going to sit in front of the couch, you're going to get fat. But so there's a channel that I follow. The name is Bad Badger, retired in Thailand. Guy's name is Tony. He's down in the south of Thailand, and he's been live streaming his walks in the morning. Oh man, now I love this because I was watching this from my couch and I said, you have to get off your ass and walk like him. So I did. I went for like a 1 hour walk. And I feel like probably what you're going to say is just stay active, right? Like walking. In San Francisco, it's up and down. It's not flat.
Yeah, that's it. You just got to get out there and do it.
ET is saying skip meat and have 2 meals a day. So have you tried doing the vegetarian thing before, Ryan?
No, not really. But the thing was, obviously here in Phuket, I don't know if people know, there was a vegetarian festival the other weekend. I didn't really do too many. I didn't really do a video at all. And I look back at it now, I think, that'd been the perfect time because there's a really big festival here in Phuket. I'm not sure if it's the whole of the country, but in Phuket, and it's everywhere. They have the yellow flags and everything, and basically most of the places don't serve meat. It's all vegetarian food. So like perfect opportunity for a vegetarian to be down in Phuket is obviously October time. But literally the streets, I don't know what it is in that week period. I don't know if it's like a sort of families get together and they just sort of go out because it's that sort of festival. But the streets are lined with people going up everywhere, food all over the place. But yeah, that was really sort of, I think it goes on for a week, and it's good to see. It was getting busy. It was getting busy for the obviously the place that I was staying before, Phuket town. So you walk around the street, and it was getting really, really busy. It was good to see people out and stuff. But yeah, I look back and now I should have really done a good video on that. It would have been some good content.
You can always go back. It's not going to go away. Brock was saying he was thinking that you may be a Marine, definitely ex-military. It shows.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Oh wow,
British Royal Marine. Yeah.
Wow, got it right. And Roy was saying that he lost 3 kilos in a week just skipping breakfast, which is what I do. I have like a green powder drink in the morning, then I switch to matcha. Yeah. I don't have anything to eat until lunchtime. And then it all goes wrong.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not saying it's about skip meals, but I feel like the lunch, the breakfast. Sorry, I personally for myself, obviously, if I'm back home on a weekend in the UK, I do like to have a big English breakfast. You can't go wrong. But I do feel if you have a big meal, it's like it here in Thailand. Early morning, some people have big rice dishes and stuff. I can't do it because by 11 o'clock I'm like, wow, you know what it's like after a big rice dish. You got the carb coma. You just I'll have a bit of a rest now. You see them there getting the rice curries and all sorts, and at 8 in the morning, I can't. I'd rather smaller meals spaced throughout the day, and not a big meal in the morning, especially if you're doing work stuff and you go out with the Thai. The Thai love a good sort of big hefty breakfast in the morning to start them off for the day.
Yeah, and I feel like Thai people, the eating is like a sociable thing.
Big meal, so.
Do you find like Thai people, it's the sociable part of eating. Like
Oh yeah.
it's very big. So yeah, I can't believe they're still as thin as they are, eating as much as they do. So amazing. It's great.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. Like, I think the food and stuff is quite a big thing over here, isn't it? I mean, like one of the sort of the greetings to people. Hey, how are you doing? Have you eaten yet? In Kaoliang,
Yeah.
have you eaten yet?
Rice yet? Yeah.
You wouldn't do that in the UK. Hey, how you doing, Steve? Yeah, I'm good. Have you eaten yet? Like, yeah, I'm okay. But here it's quite it's quite a big thing. But it's good though, because like for me personally in the UK, it's just like eating food it's just a meal. You don't really think about it too much. But here it's quite a big thing, and it's like thinking about it. Oh, I want this, and it's like I say for the people in UK, America, I don't know, but it's just what you're having. Oh, I can have that. That's it. You don't really think about it. But here it's quite sort of people think about it and like, oh, I really want this and this. And it's part of the culture. It's good. Like I don't have back home.
That's great. Well, Ryan, we're kind of coming to the end of our time here.
Yeah.
I wanted to thank you for coming on the live show, and please, everyone, go check out That Brit Abroad. Awesome channel. I love your videos, man. Please keep up the great work because you're doing a great job. That audience will find you. Yeah. What's the next one coming up? Where are you looking to do next?
I've got it on my phone. I can't remember exactly what I'm going to be doing now, but I basically have a Google Doc sheet thing, and I just sort of try and plan out a few days what I'm going to be doing. Otherwise, initially when I first started, it was like, grab the camera, like, what's going to do? I'll just go and do this, and it's not good. It needs some sort of planning. I'm still working on the sort of planning process of it, but at least now I have some sort of idea of what I want to do, rather than just picking it up, being like, okay, I'm in Patong, I'm going to go and do this. So I'm going to start sort of planning a few more videos out. I've done a few videos this week, which is I'm trying to be consistent with it, because before I have done a video, then I've done one for a week, and I don't think that's like good on the viewers, because they want to see, oh yeah, this guy's doing it, he's doing it consistently weekly, and they're going to turn up weekly. So that's what I want to do with the channel. So I want to at least do 3 or 4 a week, and obviously be consistent with it. So
I think it's great.
You have to wait and see what the next one is. It'll be coming up very soon.
So make sure if you subscribe, turn on the notifications so you get that notification when the next video comes out, because he's got a list. They're all coming out soon. So Ryan, thanks for coming on this channel, man. I appreciate that. Best of success to you. Talk to you later.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
That's great. Great chat with Ryan. He's really got some great videos on that channel. I was really impressed with the music and the zooming around, the panning stuff. I thought it was great. So really nice job on him. Please consider going and checking out his channel and subscribing. So we got the quick intermission break coming up, and I'm going to run through vlogger news. Got some great vloggers this week. Some surprises too. So I'm going to do a quick little intermission, and we'll come right back. Man, I just made it back from that intermission. Perfect time. Hey, wanted to say thanks to Stuck in Florida and Brock for posting up links for all the stuff that we were talking about today. Really appreciate that. Makes my life easy and really is nice for the guests that I have on the show and people that are commenting there as well. So that makes things great. Guys, appreciate that. Everything's looking good on my end here. And they go back over here to the comments. And that Brit Abroad is saying, thanks for watching, everyone. That's great. Was a great guest. I think we'll try to have him back at a future date as well. And since we've got Chocolate Man in Thailand there, I wanted to kind of call out Chocolate Man for profiling my live show on one of his videos. So he's always doing a great job of calling out my live show when he's doing his live streams or his videos. So thank you for that, James. Really appreciate that. It means a lot. It helps get people in the chat, which is nice. And Nikki Dunn is saying, subscribe to That Brit Abroad and don't forget to turn on the notifications. Hit that little bell icon because he's got a list of videos. When we were talking earlier, he shared that with me. He's got a list of videos that are coming out, which is great. So he's here to stay. So he's definitely going to be growing, which will be great. And hopefully we can get him over that 1,000 subscribers and get him monetized so he can start really growing the network of fans. And Suck in Florida was saying something to their Thai Girl Gift and Foreigner Joe. Good evening. Sorry, I'm behind on everyone's videos, including yours and Chuck's. So I kind of feel that way too. I'm going to kind of try to spend most of my day today and tomorrow kind of getting caught up on all my YouTube stuff. I was busy with like work stuff during the week, and man, I really struggled to get content ready for today. So that definitely will be nice kind of checking that out. Brock is saying, my pleasure to Ryan, which is nice. Gator Jake saying, just sub to That Brit Abroad. Yeah, some really great stuff. That's really, really good. I'm sure he is appreciating that. And I will tell you, I believe it's I think it's every subscriber under 500 subscribers, the YouTube creator gets a notification. Like, Brock just subscribed to your channel. Cobus just subscribed to the channel. That's the cool thing. I really miss that with being, as your channel gets bigger, YouTube stops doing that. So the nice thing when you're a smaller channel, you get like little alerts when new people subscribe to your channel. So he may be getting those today, which is great. So, and Chocolate Man Thailand says, That Brit Abroad, great job and keep grinding. That's what he's always been telling me as well. So that's very good. So let's, and we got Johnny CM in here. All right. That's great. Awesome. So let's go ahead and go to Vlogger News. Got Vlogger News coming up here, and let's go to the intro.
Hello, this is Mr. Egg from the Pattaya, and this is Vlogger News on the Risha Travel Live Show.
All right, let's get to it, man. Rides for Kicks. Oh, man. Had a great video come out from Rides for Kicks titled Thailand Road Trip, First Day, First Stop, My Angel. So it's kind of like I was talking about this earlier in the show, and I kind of feel like this is a sequel to a video he did a while back with regards to the motorcycle crash that he had back in the day. So I would say I don't want to give it away because it's a great video, but he takes a road trip. He goes down to the eastern area of just east of Pattaya, and has a great video there. So check that out. I thought it was really, really good. Again, some really great videos coming from Lucas. I feel like every one that he does is good, but I like this one again because he revisits the angel that helped him through his motorbike accident that he had a while back. So yeah, really good. Bad Badger retired in Thailand. So this is a video that I talked about earlier, in that he's doing his fitness workouts, his walking. He's live streaming them. So really cool. Live at the stadium is what it's called, Thailand. He got me off my butt when he was doing his live stream. I was kind of following along, commenting in the chat, and I realized I need to get off my butt and go for a walk as well. So I would say if you need some motivation in kind of getting out, doing some exercise, getting rid of the little extra pounds you might have put on through the lockdowns, go to Bad Badger Retired in Thailand. He's got a great series there. And he also has a great, some great live streams from his pool down in the south of Thailand. Got a tiki bar that he just recently built. His house is built fresh from scratch, and it's just a nice place. So go check out Bad Badger Retired in Thailand. Some really great videos there. And Simo's Thailand. So he has a video where I was actually featured for about 5 seconds. So the title is Thailand Vloggers October 2021 Recap, special TV edition. So essentially what he did is he took some cool video clips from TV series and put some of our voices with the clip. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people got burned on this one. Nick and Martin, I don't know if you saw this, but let me go ahead and bring this up here. I'm going to share this with you guys because it's a funny video. I didn't know I was going to be portrayed on this, but I'm going to check this out here. bring it up for you guys to see.
October has largely been about waiting to see what happens when Thailand opens in November, giving plenty of channels things to talk about in their weekly live streams, such as Richard from Richard Travel.
I can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And things are starting to open up.
Over in Thailand, though, we also saw Martin and Nick talk a lot about the details of the opening in their live streams.
Unbelievable news if it happens. I don't want to go into too much detail because it's they're saying the bars might open on Monday.
Yeah. That's why this is signals we're getting from everywhere. So we'll just wait and see. I don't normally get any mosquito bites in Pattaya. I like coming here because there's no mosquitoes. They normally spray the streets. I don't think they've been doing it. So, I mean, I'm getting mosquitoes at 250 feet up in the air.
Let's open.
Which is unusual, like on my balcony.
I wonder.
Yeah.
So I just love that. I thought that was very creative. He reached out to me before that. He's like, hey, do you mind if I use some of your audio? I was like, yeah, let's go for it. He's so creative. And I will let you know, I saw a comment there from James saying that, so much time goes into those videos. So, and it's true. So he puts a lot of effort into that, which is great. And I really thought it was funny. So the whole video goes on for a while and it's just hilarious. I thought my favorite one was the Nick and Martin piece. I thought that he just nailed that. So funny. I was laughing my butt off. So hats off to Simos Thailand, I think is how you're pronouncing it. And yeah, definitely very good. And then Carl's Thailand saying that's really imaginative. I know. I can only imagine how long it must have taken him to kind of get that all synced up. And Gator Jake says, I'm subbed to Simo, but I missed that one. It just came out too. So you maybe didn't get the alert for that one. Hilarious. Robert Macanasia saying hello to Capio. Capio's LOLing on that one. Pretty funny. Hey, I'm glad that I got compared to someone like that. That guy's pretty cool. So I don't know if I look like him, but I guess some people think I do. So I thought it was very good. And Koba's saying that's really funny. So I would say check out the video. It's on Simos Thailand and it's really funny. So I think it's going to kind of be like a cult following. It'll get passed around from one person to another. So looking forward to more and more people watching that. And then Gotta Love Thailand. So he's got actually a new part of his house build. So similar to what Foreigner Joe and Thai Girl Gift were doing, building a house from the ground up. Dave from Gotta Love Thailand is doing the same on his house. Great video, really, really nice. I wanted to kind of take a time just to kind of show you this video because this is pretty cool. I love watching the houses getting built in Thailand. I think there's a lot of value to this. Let me go ahead and share my screen once again. I'll take you through this video, which I think is just great.
You can see all the air conditioners are in. They did an excellent job on putting those up. I wanted them up above. We only have, I think it's 2.5 meters on one side, which would be that side there, and 2 meters on the other side. They need to come and take this pole down, which I think I stated before, this temporary pole, so the one brother can come in and put the foundations to finish this section of the fence. So I hope hopefully that will.
So I love that video and he takes you through that. So that house is just a couple weeks away from being completed. Man, wait till you see the inside. You got to check out the video to see the inside. Wow, going to be quite a house. So a couple different levels there, and he's profiling all the work that's going on there. He's also doing live streams a couple times a week. So great channel, really taken off. I'd mentioned earlier that Dave is just about at 907 subs. Boy, we'd love to have some people from this live show go there and subscribe. So close to 1,000 subscribers. And that's when you can monetize the channel. You know, not that Dave's looking to get rich off this or anything. It just, what happens at 1,000 subscribers is you monetize, but YouTube starts to recommend the videos to a greater audience. And that's really a nice way for you to grow your channel. So I'd say go check out, if you want to see, homes being built in Thailand, you can check out Got to Love Thailand. And that's all one word. So if you throw it in there, Got to Love Thailand, all one word together, his channel will come up and you can check out the house build. And then guess what? So our recent guest, Life After Kids with Key Williams, she started up a new Chiang Mai video series. Oh man, so good. So she's actually on to part 2 by now. I wanted to profile a little bit of part 1 because, man, she really does a great job with her videos. And up and coming YouTube star. I think she's got about 2,200 subscribers. Really taken off now. She's really finding her voice in front of the camera and doing some great videos. The pans, the zooms are great, and the music is top notch. So again, I want to try to profile this video as well. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and we'll take a look at this one quickly for Life After Kids with Key Williams.
Up north this time. Looking forward to seeing what's going on up there.
Love that video. So great. It's a great series. So she's already put up part 2. So I would say check that out. Wow, man, Key's really getting it down now. I feel like she's really finding her rhythm with these YouTube videos. And, she was a great guest that we had on just a little while back. And we're going to have her on next week to run through vlogger news with us as we bring on Chris Parker from Retired Working For You next week. So that'll be a big show. But check out that video with Key Williams. I'm telling you, that channel is taken off and her videos are great. So really appreciated that. And then another vlogger to profile this week is our guest for next weekend, which is Retired Working For You. He has a great video titled Thailand Tourism is Finally Reopened. So he does a great job with the latest news coming out of Thailand with kind of a Chris Parker twist. And I love that about him. So it's funny, it's entertaining, and I really appreciate that. I love his videos. He was on our show probably about a year and a half ago now, back when he had maybe 15, 16,000 subscribers. And now he has 167,000 subscribers. So I reached out to him a couple weeks back about coming back onto the show, and he was pumped. So happy to have him back. He's actually going to be coming on the show fresh from a motorbike tour that he's doing. So excited to have Chris Parker back to chat with him about how things have changed with the channel and everything with him. So he's come a long way, but check out that video. There's a lot of other great ones in there. One of my favorite series is around the Muay Thai boxing. How the kids are trained to become Muay Thai boxers. That's something he was doing a couple parts on. And we'll probably talk to him a little bit about that when he comes back on the show. So that's it for Vlogger News. Let me go ahead and cue the outro. We'll come back and we'll chop it up a little bit.
Thailand Rob here, and that's all this week in Vlogger News. Please return your seats and tray tables to their upright position. Thank you for flying Recharge Travel.
Just say hello to Douglas Williams. So Douglas was actually one of my original subscribers back when I first started doing the Richard Returns of Thailand series back in March of 2020. And he was one of the first people to come on my live shows back in the day. So Douglas, nice to see you back. And it sounds like he's finally going to fly to BKK on November 17th. That sounds great. So good for you for taking the plunge there. That's awesome. Really, really good. Great. Jay Issa here is in the house. That's awesome. David from Wales, St. James. Have you got the link? Thailand Pass. Awesome. Get that going. Life After Kids with Key Williams. Giving me some, I guess that's some hearts there. Awesome. Hey, happy to help Key. That's an awesome video series. I couldn't put it down watching part 1 and 2. So really, really good. And Stuck in Florida is putting the link in there for Key Williams. That is great. Really, really cool. And then Life After Kids saying Thai girl gift dance is so cute. I know. I'd asked Joe and GIF if I was okay to use that. They said okay. I love using it. It's pretty funny. Probably gotta mix it up at some point, but we'll get to it. And Douglas Williams says, "Thank you, Richard. Great to see you. Yeah, good to see you back. It's always nice for me when I see those individuals that were early subscribers kind of come back around. We've made some changes over the months, and sometimes people say, "Wow, I like it when you were, back in the original day without the microphone and more, rough." Some people like that. So I've made some changes. Nice to see Douglas came back around. So that's great. Thai Girl Gift and Foreigner Joe still working out. That's a great picture of you and Gift there, Joe, in the chat. Appreciate that. Thank you for all the kind words there. And Gator Jake says, it's 11 a.m. Eastern. That means it's time to give another shout out to Richard's mom. That is great. Perfect. So we're going to keep the show a little shorter this week just because I got some things to do. This whole work stuff that I got going on definitely cramped my style. But so I'm going to get back to work on the regular 9-to-5 old job. But guess what? Now, next week, our guest is retired working for you, Chris Parker. So excited to have him back. Thank you, Chris, for coming back on the show for your second appearance. We're going to have a fun time with that. And then Key Williams is going to be joining us to run through the vlogger news. So that'll be nice and exciting. So I will say, until next time, goodbye, everybody. Oh, we got some last minute comments. Okay, great. And I will see you next week with Chris Parker, retired working for you. Thanks for showing up today.
Everybody get your hands in the air.